Do you hear that? It's the wind whistling through decaying hallways. But they say, if you listen closer, you'll hear the whispers of tens of thousands of souls. ... This is Waverly Hills Sanatorium, a place where hope faded into despair. Their final moments were absorbed into the very walls, and their sorrow is still here. The White Death, tuberculosis, cast a shadow over the nation in the early 20th century. Waverly Hills was meant to be a beacon of hope, a state-of-the-art facility designed to combat this relentless killer. But for many who passed through its doors, the cure became a trial of its own. Patients endured harrowing procedures and experimental treatments in a desperate search for recovery. The massive Gothic structure, now standing silent on a hill outside Louisville, Kentucky, once echoed with the coughs of the dying and the prayers of the hopeful. As we delve into the history of Waverly Hills, we uncover a story of both medical progress and human suffering. The sanatorium opened its doors in 1910, expanding rapidly to accommodate the growing number of tuberculosis patients. At its peak, it housed over 400 patients, becoming a small, self-contained city dedicated to fighting the White Death. But the treatments were often as brutal as the disease itself. Patients were subjected to painful lung collapse therapies, exposed to extreme temperatures, and isolated for months or even years from their loved ones. Perhaps the most chilling reminder of Waverly Hills' grim purpose is the infamous Body Chute. This 500-foot tunnel, leading from the hospital to the bottom of the hill, served a macabre purpose. When hope was lost, the deceased were quietly taken through this passage to keep the grim reality hidden from those still fighting for their lives. It's estimated that tens of thousands of bodies made this final journey, each one a silent testament to the relentless nature of tuberculosis. But death, it seems, did not bring peace to all who perished at Waverly Hills. The sanatorium has become renowned as one of the most haunted locations in America, with countless reports of paranormal activity echoing through its abandoned halls. In room 502, the sorrowful spirit of a nurse is said to remain, forever tied to a personal tragedy. Legend speaks of a young nurse who took her own life in this very room, her despair so profound that it anchored her spirit to this place for eternity. Near the 4th floor, a different kind of energy manifests. The playful spirit of a young boy named Timmy is said to interact with visitors, sometimes rolling a ball back to them when offered. It's a bittersweet reminder of the many children who spent their final days within these walls, their laughter and games cut short by illness. But other stranger things linger here, including a dark, unsettling shape that has been seen crawling on the walls, a silent watcher in the shadows that sends chills down the spines of even the most skeptical visitors. As we move through the decaying corridors of Waverly Hills, certain areas feel heavy with the past, as if the very air is thick with memories. The old kitchen sometimes carries the faint, sterile smell of a hospital long abandoned, a phantom scent that lingers despite decades of neglect. In the morgue, visitors report a sudden, chilling drop in temperature, as if the cold embrace of death still lingers in this final resting place for so many souls. And then there's the Body Chute itself. To stand inside this dark tunnel is to feel the weight of countless final journeys. Many report feeling an immense sadness and a sudden, unexplained dread upon entering, as if the sorrow of 1,000 goodbyes remains trapped within its concrete walls. It's a place where the veil between our world and the next feels gossamer thin, where whispers from the past seem to echo in the darkness. But these aren't just stories passed down through generations of ghost hunters and thrill seekers. Paranormal investigators have captured startling evidence that suggests Waverly Hills may indeed be a crossroads between the world of the living and the realm of the dead. Disembodied voices have been caught on tape, whispering pleas from another time. One particularly chilling EVP, electronic voice phenomenon recording, captured a faint voice saying, "I'm lost, ... A haunting reminder of the confusion and fear that must have gripped so many patients in their final hours. Visual evidence has been equally compelling. Thermal cameras have recorded human-shaped cold spots that appear and vanish in empty rooms, defying logical explanation. These anomalies often take the form of patients or staff members, as if the routines and rituals of hospital life continue long after the last living occupant has departed. Short video clips have captured orbs of light moving with purpose through darkened hallways, their deliberate movements suggesting an intelligence beyond mere dust particles or lens flare. It seems the former residents of Waverly Hills are still trying to communicate, to share their stories from the shadows. Perhaps they seek understanding, or maybe they simply cannot let go of the place that defined their final days on Earth. Whatever the reason, their presence is palpable to those who walk these halls today. As night falls over Waverly Hills Sanatorium, the atmosphere grows even more oppressive. Shadows seem to move of their own accord, and every creak and groan of the old building takes on a sinister quality. The flickering lights from broken bulbs cast eerie shadows, and cold breath becomes visible in the air, even on warm nights. It's as if the veil between worlds grows thinner with the setting sun, allowing more of the past to bleed into the present. For those brave enough to spend a night within these walls, the experience can be both terrifying and profound. Many report vivid dreams of patients and staff members, as if tapping into the collective memory of the building itself. Others describe a sense of being watched, of unseen eyes following their every move. And in the quietest hours before dawn, when the mind is most susceptible to suggestion, some swear they can hear the faint sounds of a hospital in full operation, the squeak of a gurney wheel echoing down an empty hall, the murmur of voices in consultation, a dry, distant cough echoing from a room long empty. Waverly Hills Sanatorium stands as a solemn reminder of a tragic past, a monument to both human suffering and resilience. Its halls have witnessed countless stories of pain, hope, despair, and perhaps even redemption. As we stand before its imposing facade, we're left to wonder, are these echoes just memories imprinted on a location? The residual energy of so much human emotion concentrated in one place? Or are restless souls truly wandering these halls, unable or unwilling to move on to whatever lies beyond? The answer, like so much about Waverly Hills, remains shrouded in mystery. But one thing is certain: this place holds a power that continues to captivate and unsettle all who encounter it. As we slowly pull away, letting the massive structure be consumed by darkness, a single light in a window flickers and goes out. Is it merely faulty wiring, or a final goodbye from one of Waverly Hills' eternal residents? Subscribe and join us as we explore the world's most mysterious and haunted places, seeking answers to questions that have puzzled humanity for centuries. The ghosts of Waverly Hills Sanatorium are waiting. Are you brave enough to listen to their stories?